And welcome to Raising the Standards. Jacoby with you with my dear buddy, Mr. Bill Wolverton. Hello, Billy. How are you?
I'm doing swell. How are you?
I'm good. I had this new plan. I was going to do something to anger the president and then have the FBI come clean my garage.
Oh, hey, that's good.
Get all those boxes out.
You got to hit that sweet spot, though.
You got to do it just right.
Yeah.
And then they'll take everything to go. It's all right. Well, there's a company Got Junk, and then they have Got Secrets. So it's a different.
And how were you going to do this? How were you going to anger him?
How will I anger Trump? If he has Facebook, trust me.
Yeah? I've
already made my point.
Okay,
Very
good.
Good show today. We're going to talk, since we are a hop, skip, and eighth note away from one of the great traditions here on the peninsula, the Monterey Jazz Festival's 68th annual. We have with us in the studio another good friend whom I've known for years, a new executive director. Is that right? Executive director?
Managing director.
Managing director.
Yeah.
You have a lot of titles.
Yes.
Miss Bobbie Young, how are you?
I'm well, thank you, Michael.
Delighted to see you. And now, over the years, matter of fact, Colleen, your predecessor, was here a couple of weeks ago talking about the chamber. And over the years, since I went back to KRML, we've had Tim Jackson and folks representing you guys.
Right.
So we've had this marvelous relationship. I have emceed at the event for, I guess, over 30 years. Yeah. And I will be at the Pacific Gallery, is that?
Pacific Jazz Cafe.
Pacific Jazz Cafe. So you can mark that, circle that on your calendar. So first of all, it is great to see you. How daunting was the task to take over? First of all, give me a little bit about your background, where you were before.
Oh, okay. Well, so I've been with the Monterey Jazz Festival for 10 years. I started out as the volunteer coordinator contract. Came in 2017 full-time as the community engagement manager, so I was dealing with external, just having people, talking to people about our education programs and just kind of helping everybody understand a little bit more about Monterey Jazz as a bigger picture instead of just about the festival. Then moved into the operations manager position, which basically was handling everything at the festival as well as everything else I was doing before. And then a couple of years ago in 2023, I became the director of operations. So when anybody would ask me about that, I would say anything that the light touches at the festival is my responsibility. So anything you see is because one of either myself or my production manager have made it happen. And then I got this beautiful, wonderful opportunity to take on the managing director position with the Jazz. Did not lose my director of operations position either, so I'm doing both of those.
But good news, you can still keep doing this, but there's more.
There's more. But my previous, before that, I mean, how I even got into this was just super lucky. I was fortunate to have worked with Colleen beforehand, and so she knew me. But I had worked in a retirement community in southern Arizona prior to.
Isn't that southern Arizona?
That's pretty much all of southern Arizona. Pretty much all of southern Arizona.
And it's like saying the state of Florida.
The state of Florida. So I worked for this wonderful community down in southern Arizona called Green Valley, and it's a community of 30,000 during season, which is September to April. And I was their program manager, so I put on all their concerts and all their special events. And so I was doing 48 concerts a year there with, so everything that I'm doing now, I was doing there on a way more condensed schedule. So it's kind of that. And then I spent 35 years in the YMCA.
And you go to your Rolodex and look up magician, and there's 7 of them.
Yes, and they all live in Green Valley.
So, exactly. I will make the obligatory joke, which couldn't be more not true, but so you just work 3 days a year.
Sure.
Right.
That's it. I'm only a 3-day-a-year. Yeah.
I used to get this at Jazz and Plaza. What do you work just every Wednesday? No, it goes on. There's more.
It takes a little bit longer,
But much more with you guys, because you guys are not, although the festival's 3 days.
Right.
Your support of young people and young musicians goes around the clock, around the calendar.
All year long. We have a very robust education program. So our regional high school all-star band, our regional high school all-star vocal ensemble, the middle school combo, they're all going through the year. They are the ones that perform during the summer and all the different events that happen through the summer. And then our Next Generation Jazz Orchestra group, auditions start in August. and my education director's probably going, no, they don't. They start sometime. And so that happens. The Women in Jazz combo happens right after the festival. We have a program called Jazz Uplifts that occurs in October, where we put on concerts for elementary school students in Gonzales and Salinas, and then on the peninsula. And then we have workshops with a local musician to do workshops in North County at the elementary school. So yeah, it never stops. It never stops.
I ran Jazz on the Plaza in Los Gatos for 20 years and founded it. And one of the great joys was, I guess, probably 15 years ago, I brought you guys up.
Right.
The young players. It wasn't the first generation; it was the All-Stars.
It was the All-Stars.
And it was always so well received and
Yeah.
so remarkable. And there's talk about the annual question that I would answer:
Yeah.
Are they really in high school?
Yeah,
Yes,
they're really in high school. I tell you, they are so
And
talented.
the joy of that series is that we had headliners come back who had been there as players in the group.
Yeah. Oh,
So
we do. We
that
have a
was
lot of
neat.
those. Yeah. We do. And it's always, we were just at Jazz on the Plaza on
Yeah, you guys,
the
I ran
23rd
into you
of
up
July.
there.
We were
That's
just
it.
up
Yeah.
there, and it's always such a lovely event for us, and the crowd is always so welcoming.
And it's always nice to see my buddy Rob
Yeah.
Slevin,
Yep.
who handles the vocals. And,
He does, and the middle school combo.
Yeah.
He's the director of both of those, and he's lovely. We love him.
We're the lovely and talented Mrs. Jacoby is here, who brought snacks. Do you love that?
I do.
Yeah, I'm sure you love it.
I
And
thanked her already.
Rachel does this for herself. She's always chewing on something.
Can't have you collapsing.
All right, but you slide up a little bit to that microphone because I'm going to ask you as a passerby, the woman on the street, if you will.
Okay.
What makes the Monterey Jazz Festival special to you? Because you've been going to it. I've noticed you've had a date every year for the last 35 years.
Many years.
The same one?
Yeah, same one. As near as I can figure. I don't always go Fridays, so you never know.
I remember the first time I really began to pay attention to it was when you started. You were coming down regularly back in the 70s,
Yeah.
early.
So I
And-
had different dates.
And I remember you'd go off in the car, bye, and off you'd go with your friends, and they'd do the jazz festival. And then I went a few times, and then the kids came along, but by the time they were 3, 4, 5, we were bringing the children down there as well, and loving it. And I think I've been every year since. And now our son, who's in his 30s, daughter, they love to come. So it's been in our family now for a long time.
Well, my mentor in radio, I had several, but
Yeah.
that I end the show with, that is for Mark, was
Right.
a guy named Mark Hurd, who was my first general manager and owner in radio when we ran KPEN, which was a Triple Z jazz station. But he was at the 58 Jazz Festival,
He was.
which was the first one, backstage with Billie Holiday.
Yeah.
And that people don't remember this, but Black Hawk and my other mentor who owned KRML, who put out the Black Hawk album of that the
Right.
original soundtrack with the planes going over, which we still hear now.
Still here.
But it's a great trivia question. That first year, Mort Saul was the MC. And I interviewed Mort years ago in Los Angeles, and we talked about Monterey Jazz, and they had great memories of it. But I wanted you, Bill, particularly to hear that review, since
Yeah.
you have never been to the
I've never
Monterey
been,
Jazz.
no.
That is wrong.
Need to do that.
Trust me, by the end of this show,
Yeah.
we're gonna get you
there.
over there.
Okay,
Definitely.
all right.
I would love.
We will
yes.
talk you into it for sure.
And I know, Mary, one of the other things that you love about Jazz Festival is the extraordinary diversity, not of the music, but of the experience.
The experience.
Is you can walk from here to there and here across the world.
It's really magical,
Yeah.
and I learned that if you go in the morning, say Saturday morning, there's a certain vibe, and into the evening, it changes. So, and all 3 it's different all 3 days, and we love it.
And you're big on the vendors too.
I like to eat. Food is good. No, and the variety. I noticed last year it seemed like you'd added a few. I don't know, but
Food vendors?
food vendors. I think so. I mean, there's anything under the sun that you could possibly want.
Yeah.
Wonderful fruit and just ethnic dishes. It's wonderful.
Well, you went through, Bobbie, with COVID, is what we all went through.
Right.
And so you, for a time, I don't know if they're all reopened, but you closed some of your indoor areas.
We did. We
because of
closed all
COVID.
3 of the indoor
Yeah,
areas.
Dizzy's Den and all the, because I don't think I did it that year because you weren't doing
Right.
what was the coffee deal in those days.
Right, the coffee house. Yeah.
Those are all open again.
Not all, no.
Is Dizzy's reopened?
Dizzy's just reopened this
Okay.
year.
All right.
So we decided to reopen Dizzy's. We had a lot of people, a lot of our patrons will always tell us in their surveys that we get, we really wish we had Dizzy's. So we're bringing Dizzy's back. The nightclub is not open and probably won't open again for a very long time. Just we need the rehearsal space for the Next Generation Jazz Orchestra. And then we brought PJC, the Pacific Jazz Cafe. We brought that back a couple years ago. And so we've been using that one, what used to be the coffee house.
Right.
We brought that one back a couple years ago. And so we have the 2 indoor venues, and then we have the garden stage and the courtyard stage on the grounds.
Bill, it is like, I think of Ken Burns' documentary on jazz.
Yeah.
And it's
So
like,
good.
the festival itself is like an anthology record. Is you can say, well, I'm not really into that.
Yeah.
Fine, go over here. Wow, I like that.
That's good.
We'll go over here, and we'll get you out there, and you'll see this because it is so remarkable. It's like a soundtrack to, if you take 10,000 steps a day like
Yeah,
I do,
exactly.
it's a perfect place.
Yeah,
Well, according to Google's AI, that's the longest running jazz festival.
it
of
is.
all.
Is
It's
it
the
right?
It is the longest continuously running jazz festival in the world.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's what I see.
We never took a break, even through COVID. We did a virtual festival.
Oh, cool.
So
Since
we did-
1958 then.
1958 hasn't stopped. It's been in the same location since 1958.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really fantastic. And like Mike says, I had never been to the jazz festival myself, so I started working for them, right? And I always thought to myself, yeah, jazz, it's jazz. but I'm an event person. That's what I do. And so I go, and I obviously don't even have words to explain the feeling of, wow, this is amazing. And you can walk through the grounds and be like, okay, that's great. People love that. Not my vibe. But you go to the next stage and you're like, holy moly, what is this? And who are these people? And
Are there a lot of people like Mary who just come to everyone?
Oh, we've had people that have literally been coming since 1958.
Really?
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So it's continuous because was Montreux older?
No, Newport is
Newport.
older.
But Newport
Had
was,
moments.
But Newport was also originally a folk festival. Wasn't it?
That part I'm a little. No, I think they've
Yeah,
been jazz
but-
and folk because it was George Wein, right?
In the
And I'd hate to say anything
beginning-
I don't know.
Well, I thought Pete Seeger was involved
Yes,
originally,
that's true.
according to the movie.
Yes.
And when Dylan broke the electric
Right.
electric taboo in '68. But regardless of it has been around.
It's
it
older.
started. It started, and it's interesting because it's analogous to Crosby. Is that Bing started the tournament for business on the peninsula to bring business into town in kind of an off time of year. Jimmy Lyons was basically the same idea that he got together with some business people downtown and put this together.
Yep, they wanted to have some jazz on the peninsula.
And it is such an iconic venue, not only from a jazz standpoint. If you remember, I talked to Booker T about this, Booker T. Jones about this. He followed Jimi Hendrix in the Monterey Pop when he set the guitar on fire.
Yeah.
So that'd
That'd be rough.
Yeah, that's a tough person to follow.
It's a tough follow. And I always love to tell these stories. It's my first experience working with Tim Jackson at the festival, and we're in our office, and it's just crazy insane, and it's Friday, and things are getting kicked off for the festival, and everything's going crazy, and this young man comes walking into the office where we all are, backpack on, hat, long hair, comes walking in, and he's looking around, and I'm, can I help you? And Tim is standing next to me, and he says, you want to see where Jimi Hendrix burned his guitar, don't you? And the kid was like, yeah. And he's like, okay, I'll take you. So he takes him out to the arena, shows him where the whole situation happened, 1967. And he says, but we're the jazz festival, not the pop festival, so don't get us confused. And I tell you, that happens every single year.
Oh, really?
I had the same situation happen last year. It was a Thursday, and I'm standing in the office, and this young German couple come in, and they they wanted to know where Jimi Hendrix had burned it, and I'm like, yeah. So I just come with me, and I'll show you where it is. And there's selfie pictures.
If you're ever in Paris at the big cemetery, trust me. Where's Morrison, Barry?
Oh, see.
We wandered. My son wanted us to find the grave. We wandered for an hour through that cemetery and finally found a bunch of kids.
Oh, I tell you, it's a really interesting. It is iconic. The location is very great. It's a great place.
A reputation certainly well earned, but not the least of which of having the good fortune of one of your board members who is a bit of a director of films.
A little bit.
And you had a little bit of coverage and play Misty for me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. Eastwood has done so much.
He's lovely.
Guys, and
Yeah,
had a
he's
lovely
been lovely to us.
tribute last year.
Yes.
To Clint East, to Clint from
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman. That was so.
That
neat.
was quite the day. Quite the day. Yes, it was a wonderful cultural leadership award that Morgan wanted to give to Clint, and it was always fun to have him. It's always fun to have Clint there. It's such a joy.
He is such a good guy. When I was at KRML,
Yeah.
Clint was around a lot, and we had my friend Alan Schultz, who owned the station, who was also a board member, it said, he says, Jacoby, you're pretty quick, and it's Clint's not he's not like snappy, so watch the one-liners, and it had just been El Nino year. And finally, after like 3 months, it stopped raining. And I walked in, Clint was there. He said, how's it going, Mike? I said, good. I said, I see they finally found a virgin. And there was dead silence. And he went, oh, yeah. All right, we're with Bobbie Young from the Monterey Jazz Festival. We're going to do a little business, and then we're going to quit whetting your appetite and actually feed you some names that you'll be able to enjoy. You're listening to Raising the Standards, the Internet's finest hour, anywhere.
It's time to enter your best in this year's Santa Cruz County Fair. A hobby collection, favorite pie, cookies, photography, art projects, flowers, fruits and vegetables, quilts, Legos, and more. Most entries close August 21st. Entry information is available online at santacruzcountyfair.com, and while you're there, take advantage of pre-sale ticket packages. That's santacruzcountyfair.com, and we'll see you at
the Santa Cruz County Fair.
I've got a question for you. Do you want a lower car payment just by making a phone call? Most people buy a car and they pay whatever the car dealer says their interest rate is, and they forget about it and make payments. But did you know there is a secret in your contract that allows another company to refinance any car payment to try and lower it? It's true. There is indeed a company out there that knows the ins and, more importantly, the outs on car loans, and they know how to lower your current car payments. It's easy and fast, and you could have a lower car payment next month. Make this free call right now and find out if you could lower your existing car payment. Call the Car Savings Hotline right now. The call is free.
Call now, 800-471-4435, 800-471-4435, 800-471-4435. That's 800-471-4435.
Attention content producers. You can have access to a complete digital media production facility at Satellite Co-working and Digital Media Studio on Soquel Avenue. Easily rent video and audio equipment, a studio with green screen, editing suite, and audio booth, all at can't say no rates. Schedule a tour to see for yourself at satellitecoworking.com. Mention Santa Cruz Voice for 20% off your first reservation.
The stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Is that Gene Autry?
That's Gene Autry. That's what I opened my show with yesterday.
Did you?
It was all Texas yesterday. I was thinking of my mom when I was doing show prep, and she's from San Antonio, so...
You said the magic words. We're going to get to the lineups in a minute, but I will tell you my favorite Gene Autry story.
Okay.
Gene Autry owned the Angels.
Yes.
And Gene, the Anaheim Angels, now it used to be Los Angeles Angels, the baseball team. And Gene Autry was a legendary drunk. I mean,
I didn't know that.
Oh, he was beyond belief. He one day they wouldn't let him drive anymore on the lot because he kept getting accidents. So they gave him a driver, and he made the driver drive through the bar that they just run it. So they were doing a Christmas event, a holiday for the families and the players, and Autry is like, I want to say, Ron Carew, you're the best, Ron. Reggie, I love you guys. And he went on. I just Merry Christmas. As luck would have it, the entertainment that day was Foster Brooks.
You're kidding.
Foster Brooks came on. His first line was, "He stole my act."
Oh my God.
All right, that's my Gene Autry story. So you got. First of all, we should say, and we will hit on this again, there are tickets available. Tickets are going well, but they're available.
Tickets are going well. We have really good seats still left in the arena.
Weather looks like it's going to be good.
Weather's going to be beautiful. Always is.
Always is.
Always is. But it never hurts to remember to bring a jacket at night. Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt to remember that dome, but we're okay. But let's talk about the grounds.
Yes.
And if you're not familiar, Billy, since you are,
I'm not.
There are grounds tickets which gets you in the festival.
Okay.
And gets you in 7, 8 venues.
4
venues.
4. We only have 4.
But you can go twice. You could say.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can just keep going all day long.
But the venues somebody new was on every hour, every hour and a half.
Yes.
And then there's arena tickets, which would be what we consider a little bit larger headliners.
Right, that's
not necessarily better. They're all great because
they're all lovely.
Some of the you will see, and having emceed in one of the smaller venues for years, I'm just amazed with the level of talent in those. Mm-hmm. But the folks you have, I know an old friend of mine. You got Tony Lindsay, the Soul Soldier.
We have Tony Lindsay this year, and Chris Kane on Saturday and Sunday.
Chris Kane, who is just my favorite blues player in the world. He is as good as it gets.
He is. He truly is. And Saturday afternoons are generally our blues jazz time. Mm-hmm. So we have Chris and Tony Lindsay, and we have echoes of an era on the main stage. So with the main stage, we talk about Lions or the arena. There's 3 different names: main stage, Lions, and the arena, all the same place. Those are our headliners. And with those tickets, I'm going to go back to tickets because we want to sell them, right? So those with those.
You have tickets?
I have tickets. We have some tickets. We have good tickets in the arena. But if you get an arena ticket, it gives you access to everything.
Okay.
Right? So that's the beauty of having an arena ticket is you can go into the arena and then you go out and wander the grounds. But yeah, we have Saturday afternoon. Saturday is going to be really wonderful jazz. Mr. Sip was with us this year on the arena. Trombone Shorty closes out Sunday night.
You've got Trombone Shorty Sunday night.
Sunday night.
Gregory Porter will be there Friday.
Gregory Porter opens the show on Friday.
And we'll listen to a little bit of Gregory Porter in just a second. Okay. And Saturday night?
Saturday night's closer is Lettuce. I say that now. I believe it's Lettucey on Saturday night.
Why do you have 3 names for one place?
Well, they're different stages.
No. What we're talking about, the funny part is it's just what
main
we call
stage, the Lions stage.
Right, so it's
the same place.
It's the Jimmy Lions stage.
Okay.
Right. We call it the arena.
Okay.
But when we're trying to explain it to other people, it's the main stage. So
I think if Gene Autry comes, he's going to think Jacoby was right. And there's 7 or 8 different places.
There's 7 or 8 different places.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay.
No, it's it definitely is one stage. Yeah. But if you look it up on our online, it is the Jimmy Lions stage.
Okay, got it.
And that tells you who is with us on what day.
So when people say traditionally who's in the arena, what they're saying is, who are your headliners? Your big. Everybody's a headliner, but who are your big headliners?
The grounds will generally have people who are up and comers too. Like Samara Joy is a great example. Who started out, 3 years ago. She showed up we booked her to play on the West End stage, which is no longer with us. The stage, not Samara. And then was on our main stage last year because she just rocketed through.
Really?
Yeah. Her growth has just been phenomenal.
Well, to give you an idea, when I was doing Jazz at the Ranch, hopefully we'll do it again next year, I was going to hire Samara for the first opening night. Mm-hmm. And they said $12,000. I went, that's a little out of my budget. Mm-hmm. So we booked somebody else. 3 days later, she wins the Grammy over, what's her name? Jay-Z's wife, whatever.
Okay.
Oh, Beyonce.
Beyonce. She beats Beyonce.
It was amazing.
And I said, well, that was certainly a missed opportunity. And then the next year, she's on your...
65K, yeah.
your
She's
60, yeah, exactly.
She was 60, yeah. And next year she was on our stage,
right.
and that was that she's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
But yeah, she isn't with us this year. But Lettucey does close on Saturday night.
Lettucey is just
Lettucey's
wonderful.
phenomenal
Such
as well.
great talk on the street about her. Let's take a minute to play a little Gregory Porter, who will be open Friday. And while we're playing this, we should remind folks tickets are available at good arena seats are available. How do you get them? You can
Go to montereyjazz.org
okay.
and click on the tickets.
Click on
click
tickets.
click on the ticket button. That'll take you to purchase tickets.
Nothing to it. We'll do it.
Super easy.
Here's Mary's showing it.
Yeah, see
That's
here?
going to work real well.
You can get a
at
mirror.
home.
See here?
While
it's a green button.
Well, we try to buy a vowel for Mrs. Jacoby. Here's a little Gregory Porter.
Will be no love that's dying here. The bird that flew in through my window simply lost his way. He broke his wing, I helped him heal, and then he flew away. For the death of love is everywhere, but I won't let it be. There will be no love dying here for me. There will be no love that's dying here. The mirror that fell from the wall was raggedy, that's all. It rests up on a rusty nail before it made us fall. Well, the bones of love are everywhere, but oh, I won't let it be. There will be no love that's dying here for me. There will be no love dying here, for flowers in my Asian vase is not a sign we're dead. I paid for 3 and a sweet old lady gave me 4 instead. And oh, there's some doubt that is out about this love, but oh, I won't let it be. There will be no love that is dying here for me. Oh, there will be no love dying here, for flowers in my Asian vase is not a sign we're dead. Well, I paid for 3 and a sweet old lady gave me 4 instead. And whoa, there's some doubt that is out about this love, and whoa, I won't let it be. There will be no love dying here for me. No, no, no. There will be no love dying here. There's trouble all over the land now, but there will be no love dying here. And whoa, there will be no love dying here. And oh, there will be no love dying here. No, 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 no. of the hill, declaring to all of the land, there will be, oh, no love dying here. God bless you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, extraordinary Gregory Porter. You know, he has a little bit of one of my favorite performers ever is Sam Cooke. He has a bit of that sound. But
He's just lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What a marvelous guy. So
Yeah.
we were talking off the air about stories having been around Monterey Jazz. What's your favorite story?
Oh, well, there's so many, but my favorite story, just because I was so naive and young in the jazz world and didn't know a whole lot about anything, and I was just helping out in the office, and this young man walks into the office and he asks me simply, I need to leave some tickets for people at will call. How do I do that? And I'm like, oh, well, come with me. I'll take you over and get you hooked up with our ticket director at the time. And I come in and I'm like, this gentleman here would like to leave some tickets for a will call. And our ticketing director said, well, who is this person? And I looked at his credential and I said, he's with the Kyle Eastwood band. And she said, yeah, but who is he? And I'm like, looked at him and he went, I am Kyle Eastwood. And I was like, oh my God, of all people you don't know is Kyle Eastwood. And I just think about that now. And it's kind of a way to break the ice when you're talking to people who are like, well, what do I do? And I'm like, trust me, nobody can make a snafu like I can, but he's so genuine and so sweet and lovely. And so that's one of my most favorite, just being so dumb, at the moment.
Naive,
but
not dumb.
Naive, just naive. And reading his credential and just seeing Kyle Eastwood band.
He's with Kyle Eastwood.
He's with Kyle Eastwood. It was like, no, I am Kyle Eastwood. And my ticketing director's going, I'm like, shut up. But it was great. We had a good time, and that just the momentous moments of getting to hang out with Quincy for a few minutes, Quincy Jones, or watching Herbie Hancock interact with the students and having to literally pull him away from students to go to something he had to do, because he's so interactive with them. And, we had Common come out in 2017 and he was such a delight and just so wonderful to everyone. And I always look at the way that our artists treat our staff.
Absolutely. Well you should.
Yeah. And when they are lovely to the staff, then, you know that they're decent, wonderful, lovely people.
And I've told this story on the air before, but it bears repeating in reference to the Jazz Festival. But I think it was the second time that Tony Bennett, his last time was at the festival. I was with my son. And it was an overcast night. It was a full moon, but it was an overcast night. So you couldn't see the all cloud. And Bennett used to do the verse, which was poets often say, and he did one of the rare people that would do the beginning. It's how Frank starts it with Fly Me to the Moon. So he did this. First he said, I want to dedicate this to the moon. It's up there. You can't see it. It's up there. Then he does the verse, and then he goes, fly. The clouds open.
Wow.
The moon comes out, and the place goes crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
And my son said, how did he do that? I don't know.
Yeah. He had a direct connection somehow or other.
Somehow he knew somebody.
Oh, there are so many special moments like that happen at the festival that you just, and the beauty of the festival, what I particularly think is really special is that it is so, it's live. And it's right then, and it's not something you're seeing on your screen later. It's not something that you're having to watch on YouTube. It's right there, and it's right live. And those core memories are great.
And technically, I don't know if you call them a jumbotron, but the huge monitors next to the stage are great quality, phenomenal quality, and the direction of your camera work on that is great. So even if you're a little bit further back, listen, the days of, when Mary and I were seeing Sinatra in Tahoe, where he'd look at you and you'd look at him, those days are over. Right. So unless you're real close. Yeah. But if you're going to look at a screen, and the sound quality is wonderful. And kudos for you guys, and I don't know if you'd ever considered it, and I hope you hadn't, is that so many places, Paul Masson, which was, I guess, is now called the Mountain Winery, used to be, to me, this remarkable little venue.
Mm-hmm.
And then they built it up to like the Coliseum. You know, they added 8,000 seats, and it just lost the total feel.
Yeah.
You guys haven't changed from
No.
that. That's the scene from Misty for me, what you see of the arena. That's the same deal.
It's the same deal you see in the pictures in 1958.
That's 58.
Yeah,
That was
it's the same stuff.
Before Hendrix
Probably the
burned
same
his
chairs.
guitar, Billie Holiday was
Billie Holiday.
opening her heart.
Oh man, we did.
And she died soon after the concert.
I know,
Yeah.
like it was not too long after that. A few years ago, we had the lovely privilege of being able to go up to Stanford. We have all of our archives in the Stanford Archive Library. And so a couple of years ago, we took a trip. We took some board members and we went up, and Tim Jackson, his ears are burning big time today.
Yeah.
We basically did DJ by TJ, you know, so he was going through all of just played music from the archives, and we got to stand in the sound room at the archive library and listen to Billie Holiday sing. And holy moly, talk about goosebumps. I mean, to this day, I still I hear that and I'm like, it was just amazing. It's amazing what the archives can do. And we're so thankful for our group that does all that, the sound and the video, and we're so grateful to those contractors.
Well, and the genre itself and the artist, and I've always found it very interesting that if you talk to a young rock and roll player, and then you mention Jerry Lee Lewis, and they'll go, "What?
Yeah, who?"
Or you know, or you mentioned somebody like Carl Perkins, who. But you talk to a young sax player, and you mention Lester Young.
Yeah,
he knows who it is. I mean, the connection. And the seamless timeline, if you will, of yesterday and today, and the hands always reaching out and pulling people forward is quite remarkable.
It truly is.
All right, we're talking about vendors for a second, and it's also a cool place because you're walking around and you say, "Wow, I wish I could spend some more money."
Yeah.
Well, this really works out well.
Yeah.
Because who's your beer guy this year? Is that always the same?
We
person?
have two. No, we have two.
Whoops.
We have two beer vendors this year, very local, Alvarado Street Brewery.
Oh, we love Alvarado.
And Other Brother Beer from
Yes.
Seaside, who have been with us for a couple of years now. We're thrilled to death to have them. We have two wine vendors this year, Folktail Winery, which is
say
also...
Greg on is involved.
Greg on,
Good.
man.
Okay.
Yeah, we got to say Greg on.
That.
So Folktail is with us this year, and Jay Lohr is with us. So Steve Lohr is coming back with us, and we are opening a wine garden this year that we haven't had in the past. So they're going to be... We've moved the beer garden and added a wine garden, so there's a nice big space for that.
On has a mezcal thing that he owns. He owns a mezcal factory.
Oh, I did not know
we
that.
gotta get.
Did not know
he
that.
brought me a bottle once.
Oh no, I'll be talking to him
I
about
couldn't
that.
thank him for a month till I woke up.
Well, they're good people. They're good
best.
people,
He is
and
such
they
a sweet man.
they have our students out every Sunday afternoon from 11 to
Oh,
1.
that's great.
For the whole summer, every Sunday. So, and then we have our food vendors. We just went through the process of selecting 28 food vendors this year. And then we have about 48 arts and crafts vendors that we just finished the process
The
on.
arts and crafts vendor. I know Mary has bought several Shaws and things.
Mm-hmm.
But I love. I love the artists there and the photographers and stuff. But the Negro Baseball League guy.
Right.
He's there this year?
No, not this year. They're staying on the East Coast this year.
Are they?
That's okay. I asked him.
That was so cool.
Oh,
He had uniforms with the Monarchs and stuff.
Oh no, it's great. And no, I did. I reached out to them and I'm like, Kim, where's your? And she was like, no, we're staying on the East Coast this year, but we'll be back next year.
Good.
So they'll be with us next year. Yeah, no, they're great. We have wonderful vendors, and they're just lovely people, and we're happy to always have some back.
Can we talk price? Because it's extraordinarily reasonable when you figure out. It's like I've always said that playing Pebble Beach is reasonable if you divide it by the stroke. But it's the same thing. There's so much going on. How much would you pay to see 8 concerts up close and personal? Things like that.
Well, yeah.
So the grounds tickets are how much?
Well, okay. See now what
Did
you
I
did to
stall
me.
long enough?
You stalled. Just trying to. Well, it depends. So you can purchase daily tickets, but again, now remember when we say this, like you said, we can do grounds package, which is all 3 days. is $198.
Oh, that's great.
And that gives you 4 stages a day, all day long music.
Yeah.
So
literally probably between 12 to 16 acts a day?
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, yeah, for 4 stages, there's, so
absolutely.
quite a few. Yeah, if you look at it that way. And then arena tickets start at, we have ground tickets available, not grounds, lawn tickets available that start at $298 for 3 days. Or you can get into a section, which is a reserved seat, for $433 for the weekend.
And that includes the regular grounds.
Yes,
so you
that
get to
also
see
includes
whole
the
deal.
grounds. So you get 5 full stages, 3 full days, $433 for a
Play your
reserve
cards
seat.
right. You can change the name of the stage. I'll give
Yeah.
it 4 times, Bill.
I'm telling you, but yeah, just a different stage. But yeah, tickets are.
We alluded earlier during COVID that you would close Dizzy's.
We did.
But you've reopened it?
We reopened Dizzy's this year for the first time. We brought Dizzy's back, and we're real excited to do that because it has always had a different. You want to talk about vibe? Yeah. It always has a very different vibe in it. And this year, one of the things we're also doing too is because, like I said earlier, we hear from our patrons every year what they like, what they didn't like, and one of the things they have requested numerous times over and over is to bring back the live stream of the arena shows. And so this year, we wanted to bring back Dizzy's, and then we added in the last two evening shows of the main stage arena, Jimmy Lyon stage. We are live streaming those in Dizzy's. So for the last 2 shows, so both Friday shows, you'll get to see if you're on the grounds. You'll see those
great.
as the live stream, and then the last 2 shows. So Corey Wong and Let Us See, and then Renee Marie and Trombone Shorty on Sunday.
We're talking with Bobbie Young, Managing Director.
I always get a new title. Talk about a stage thing.
She's got a lot of names. We'll just finish up in a second. We're going to do a little liner notes. Today, liner notes with Tom Cruise and the Kennedy Center honors, or lack thereof, since they're in the news. I thought we'd take a look back at one of the great breakout moments in cinema history. Setting Scientology and Trump aside, if only we were that easy, Cruise certainly knew how to enter a room. In a moment, we will share, although you won't be able to see it, but you'll be able to listen to the evidence of his memorable entrance in the 1983 coming-of-age film Risky Business. However, let's first talk about the other half of that iconic scene. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band and their tune Old Time Rock and Roll, written by George Jackson and Thomas E. Jones III with lyrics, although uncredited, by Seger himself. The song was released as a single in 1979. While originally included on Seger's 10th album, Stranger in Town, the song became a classic with the release of the movie. If I do say so myself, I've always been blessed with a sixth sense when it came to actors that are going to make a big splash. I remember at the end of the Attached dance scene saying, oh, this kid's going to be big. Turned out he is, and I remain Captain Obvious. So I guess there's only one thing to do. Just take those old records off the shelf. I'll sit and listen to them by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Enjoy.
Just take those old records off the shelf. I sit and listen to 'em by myself. Today's music ain't got the same soul. I like that old time rock and roll. Don't try to take me to a disco. You'll never even get me out on the floor. Until
little bit of Tom Cruise from Risky Business. I was concerned, you know how sometimes I take those off YouTube, and I was concerned there'd be the clip that sometimes you'd have to say, what the...
Oh.
Yeah, I figured Bill better get ready with the button. Anyway, just about to wrap up our conversation with Bobbie Young. First of all, delighted to have you here.
Thank you for having me. It's been so much fun.
And I run out of kudos when it comes to you folks. All you do, all the kindness you do for us at Rancho Cielo. We have a booth out there. Will again this year, and we have an event coming up with Tony and Chris later on. But there's no place like Monterey Jazz to see it. I mean. Yeah, it's like opening a musical history book that's big enough to step into, and
nice,
and get a seat.
Yeah.
I mean, it is just marvelous.
And it is. It's a plus it's a big family reunion location. I mean, the family history in the festival is amazing to me, with what we have and who all just in our staff alone. I mean, we have staff who are grandchildren of people who first started in the festival that are working the festival. And their children are there now. My children, my grown children, come and help work the festival, and they wouldn't miss it for the world. My daughter arranged her wedding so that she could still come to festival, so that she could get married beforehand. And So
if we weren't old friends, I wouldn't do this. But Mr. Wolverton, we should maybe get him a ticket.
I think so.
I'm thinking about this.
We know
I
now.
think we'll get him.
Thanks.
I think you know somebody.
I think
all right.
I think next year he'll be able to go, hey, I've been there. That's good.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Right.
I wonder if Kyle Eastwood tells a story about you.
Probably. He'll be like, oh, I remember her. She didn't know who I was. Yeah.
Okay, again, get tickets. What do we do? Go to the website?
MontereyJazz.org.
Okay. Can you walk? Can you walk up and buy tickets? You're open. The box office is open starting when?
Box office opens Wednesday morning at 10 a.m. before festival.
Okay.
The Wednesday before festival,
So
10 a.m.
How are tickets in terms of are hotels available in town? Is everything sold out? Do you know?
The Hyatt is sold out.
Okay.
I know the Casa Munris is also sold out. The Hilton has some rooms.
Oh, okay. So there are rooms.
There's still rooms available. Yeah, there's still rooms available.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I can't say enough about it, and even though I've been saying it for 30 years, it is just one of there's so many reasons. I happen to believe this is why the tide comes in to actually visit the festival.
Yeah.
Bobbie Young.
Parking is at MPC, I read.
We can parking it is MPC. There's also parking. You can park anywhere.
Yeah, you can double park. Just leave the
parking
car
at
running.
MPC is easier. You buy a shuttle pass. You get on the shuttle. And it comes and goes. And you
Sounds
do
easy.
what you want. Yeah, it's easy. Super easy. Yeah.
Billy, thank you.
Of course.
Next week, since Mrs. Jacoby's here, next week you will be in the studio to talk about Raven Drum.
Raven Drum Foundation.
Raven Drum Foundation, which
amazing
is
organization.
a remarkable group.
And
that,
an amazing group.
works
Dedicated
with,
to supporting
veterans and first responders.
Yeah, dedicated to supporting the health and wellness of veterans and first responders. Founded by Rick Allen, the former drummer, of Def Leppard, and his wife Lauren Monroe, and
who's a wonderful singer. We'll play some of her music next week.
In response to when he was in a very terrible car accident and lost his arm, and it has a wonderful story about how important the first responders were to him and his whole family. And then Lauren is an amazing talent herself, and very interested in drumming, vibrations, the whole science behind how that is therapeutic for people in crisis, PTSD. Absolutely. And so forth. So, we'll be here next week.
Yes, we'll be here next week. She'll bring the snacks.
Super.
Bill, you'll be here next week?
I'll be here next week.
Looking forward to it. As always, this show has been for Mark, for Georgianne, and for you. Until next Saturday at noon, right here on Santa Cruz Voice and on your favorite streaming service. Until we raise the standards, I'm Jacoby. I'll see you soon.
should take a train